Okay, so here we are back at the outboard engine, and I took the cowling off, verified that there was no oil in it from the oil dipstick here. Went ahead and bought some Mobile One and added the 1 liter. It says right here, takes 1 liter of 1030 or 1040. So I've got 10W30 and filled it up, 1 liter, checked it on the oil dipstick here. It's good. This cowling is going to have to come off in order to hook up the throttle and shift cable on this side. Those come in over here. Right here, these 2 holes, throttle and shift cable. The steering control is going to go through this tube, and it'll get hooked up onto this arm right here from a thing that comes way out here. Anyway, we'll check back on that when we get to it. Everything looks straightforward. I did muscle it up onto this purpose-built stand that I had from some 2x4s left over in the garage. And it weighs probably $120, and it was a little bit top heavy, obviously, since the motor here up on top. And yeah, all that weight's up on top. So 120, I can lift it myself, but it's getting close to the limits. I'm gonna try and put the motor on the back of the boat. We're gonna bring the boat from the side yard back here to the garage, back it in, and probably have my neighbor on hand just in case, and transfer this motor from here onto the back of the boat, and then we can hook up the throttle and shift cable, finish up that last bit of rigging, and move on to the next thing before we can go in the water. That's it for today. Okay, so here we are back at the boat and motor. I forgot to hit the record button as my neighbor came over here to help me get the engine on, and we've got it on just right now, hooked over the transom, and I'm trying to figure out the throttle and shift lever cables. I was able to find this online, which was very helpful. I know I watched another YouTuber, and basically he could not find any instructions for doing any of the work inside the motor, where their Suzuki and boat dealers are trying to steer you towards doing all the work at a boat dealer. But, you know, I'm a DIY guy and I want to do this myself. So, just going to read these instructions and put the cables on. I'll bring you back after I read the instructions. Okay, so here's where we're at. I've got the shift cable on, and it's going into forward perfectly, but it's not shifting into reverse how I think it should. So I'm going to have to do some more figuring out with the shift cable. Everything looks okay. It's just probably going to be either threading in or threading out. I'm not sure exactly what. Let me figure it out. I'm going to try and get this the throttle cable connected. There's really nothing to it. But yeah, let me see what I can do. Hold on a second. Okay, I think I've got it to where it will shift into reverse and the throttle works. So throttle, shift cable, it's bending this support just a little bit. And I don't know if it's because the control box is a little bit tight. I may have to remove that and check on the inside. I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I need to do a little bit of cleanup, get the cover back on the motor, get the cover on the boat. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow, so maybe I can work on it on Friday. So, until later. Okay, so here's one last look before I move the boat back to the side of my house using that trailer valet. So, still need to bolt the engine on with a couple bolts. Those were supplied. And, but I think it's going to work. Looks like all the cables are working fine. Okay, so here we are back at the boat. Let me catch you up. We've got the cables here from the motor. And this is the trim. And this one is all the other connections to the remote control unit, which is right here. There's a whole other set of wires right here, and these would go to a tachometer. So I've got a tachometer, but I'm probably not going to put it in for the first run. I haven't decided yet 100%, but it's just a matter of removing these things and drilling a hole over there on the control system and hooking those up. Battery is going to go temporarily in this battery box in this position behind the seat, and I'll strap that to the seat. The seat will be strapped down to the floor. The outboard came with a 3-gallon tank right there, so I just need to grab the fuel line and run that to the outboard. The outboard, everything is hooked up. I've got these two control cables, the throttle and the shift lever. Those are functioning now, and I was really happy yesterday when I tried it to change gears into reverse. It went a lot easier, so maybe it was just wasn't lubed up right from the factory. Anywho, looking pretty good. I've got it bolted on. This bolt right here, and then there's one on the other side, and those go through the transom, and you can kind of see the two of them right there. Not 100% decided on the, we're going to have to do a lot of cable management, so I'm going to have to think about that a little bit, of what I need to build in order to hide all of these cables, because I don't want these really just hanging out here. I've got enough cable length where I can, I think I can run like a 1-inch conduit underneath this seat here, and then maybe just do a little bit of construction of some plywood. I've got enough plywood left over to do other stuff, but I think this is ready to go in the water once I get this battery in here and set up, and then a little bit of gas in the gas tank, and then it should be good to go. Everything else is hooked up. Steering works fine. So it looks like I can go Tuesday to the water. Today is Friday. The next thing, before I go to the water, I want to get this trailer sorted. I need to get the lights, and I need to fix some bunks so that keeps the boat going side to side. And I've got an idea of how to do that, and I just need to implement that idea. So I'll show you that when I have that completed, and wiring up the trailer shouldn't be that difficult. Just a set off Amazon for trailer lights. LED underwater rated. So that's all we have for today. See you later when we get this trailer